Welcome to History with Herodotus, where the boundaries of time and space converge to reveal the tapestry of human experience. Today, we embark on a fascinating journey through the annals of history as we delve into the captivating tale of the rise of Prussia. This epic narrative will transport us to the shores of the Baltic, where the confluence of geography, culture, and politics forged a mighty nation that would shape the course of European history. In the early 13th century, the landscape of Northern Europe was a complex mosaic of tribal territories, petty kingdoms, and ecclesiastical domains. The Teutonic Knights, a German military order, had established a foothold in the region, seeking to spread Christianity and expand their influence. Amidst this backdrop, the seeds of Prussian identity were sown. The Old Prussians, a Baltic tribe, inhabited the coastal regions, their culture a unique blend of pagan traditions and nascent Christian influences. As we navigate the formative years of Prussia, we find ourselves in the midst of a medieval world where trade, commerce, and conquest intertwined. The Hanseatic League, a powerful mercantile guild, dominated the maritime trade routes, while the Holy Roman Empire, a loose confederation of German states, exerted its influence over the region. It was amidst this intricate web of alliances and rivalries that the Duchy of Prussia began to take shape. In the early 13th century, Conrad of Masovia, a Polish duke, invited the Teutonic Knights to assist in his campaigns against the pagan Prussians. This fateful decision would have far-reaching consequences, as the Knights, with their military prowess and organizational skills, soon established themselves as a dominant force in the region. The subsequent founding of the monastic state of the Teutonic Order, a theocratic entity that would govern Prussia for centuries, marked the beginning of a new era in the history of the region. As we explore the events leading up to the rise of Prussia, we encounter a cast of characters who would shape the destiny of the nation. Among them was Hermann von Balke, the fourth Grand Master of the Teutonic Order, who played a pivotal role in consolidating the Knights' power and expanding their territories through strategic alliances and military campaigns. The Old Prussians, meanwhile, continued to resist the encroaching influence of the Teutonic Knights, their struggles a testament to the enduring spirit of a people determined to preserve their cultural identity. The mid-13th century saw the arrival of German settlers in Prussia, drawn by the promise of fertile land and economic opportunities. This influx of newcomers would ultimately contribute to the transformation of the region's demographics and culture, as the Old Prussians gradually became assimilated into the dominant German population. As the 14th century unfolded, the monastic state of the Teutonic Order continued to consolidate its power, with Grand Master Winrich von Kieperde playing a pivotal role in expanding the order's territories through a series of military campaigns against the pagan Lithuanians. The Knights' martial prowess and organizational skills allowed them to establish a network of castles and fortifications, which served as bulwarks against external threats and facilitated the colonization of the surrounding countryside. One notable example of this expansion was the founding of the city of Königsberg in 1255, which would eventually become a major commercial center and a symbol of Prussian prosperity. The Teutonic Knights' rule over Prussia was marked by a complex interplay between the order's spiritual and temporal authority, with the Grand Master wielding significant influence over both the ecclesiastical and secular spheres. This unique blend of spiritual and military power allowed the Knights to maintain control over the region, despite challenges from neighboring states and the native Prussian population. For instance, in 1283, the Knights launched a successful campaign against the Prussian tribe of Nadruvia, incorporating their territories into the monastic state and further solidifying the order's dominance. The 14th century also saw the emergence of a distinctively Prussian identity, as German settlers continued to arrive in the region, drawn by economic opportunities and the promise of fertile land. This influx of newcomers contributed to the gradual assimilation of the Old Prussians into the dominant German population, with many native Prussians adopting German language and customs. As the Prussian chronicler Peter von Duisburg observed, the Teutonic Knights brought with them not only the cross, but also the plow, and it was through their labor that the wilderness was transformed into a garden. The rise of trade and commerce played a significant role in shaping the development of Prussia during this period. The Hanseatic League, a powerful mercantile guild, dominated the maritime trade routes, with Prussian cities such as Danzig and Elbing serving as major commercial centers. The League's influence helped to stimulate economic growth, as merchants from across Europe flocked to Prussia to take advantage of its strategic location and abundant natural resources. For example, in 1368, the city of Danzig joined the Hanseatic League, marking a significant milestone in the development of Prussia's trade relationships with the wider European community. As the 15th century dawned, the monastic state of the Teutonic Order faced new challenges, including the rise of the Kingdom of Poland and the Grand Duchy of Lithuania. In 1410, the Teutonic Knights suffered a crushing defeat at the Battle of Grunwald, also known as the Battle of Tannenberg, which marked a turning point in their fortunes and paved the way for the eventual decline of the monastic state. As the 15th century progressed, the monastic state of the Teutonic Order continued to decline, its power and influence waning in the face of rising neighboring states. The Kingdom of Poland, in particular, posed a significant threat, and in 1454, the 13 Years' War broke out between the two powers. The war ultimately ended with the Second Treaty of Thorn, which saw the order cede significant territories to Poland, including the region of West Prussia. This marked a significant turning point in the history of the Teutonic Knights, as they began to transition from a powerful military order to a more traditional state. In 1525, the Grand Master of the Teutonic Order, Albert of Hohenzollern, secularized the order's territories, establishing the Duchy of Prussia as a Protestant state. This move marked the beginning of a new era for Prussia, one in which it would emerge as a major power on the European stage. As the German historian Leopold von Ranke observed, the transformation of the Teutonic Order into a secular state was a decisive moment in the history of Prussia, one that laid the foundation for its future greatness. Over the centuries, the legacy of the rise of Prussia continued to shape European history. The state's unique blend of militarism and bureaucracy, forged during the period of the Teutonic Knights, would influence the development of other European powers, including Germany and Russia. As the Prussian statesman Otto von Bismarck noted, the Prussian system, with its emphasis on discipline and efficiency, was a key factor in our rise to greatness. Today, the rise of Prussia is remembered as a pivotal moment in European history, one that laid the foundation for the emergence of Prussia as a major power. The period's complex interplay of politics, culture, and warfare continues to fascinate historians and scholars, offering valuable insights into the development of modern nation-states. The legacy of the rise of Prussia can be seen in the many monuments and landmarks that dot the landscape of modern-day Poland and Germany, including the majestic Malbork Castle, once the headquarters of the Teutonic Knights. These physical reminders of a bygone era serve as a testament to the enduring impact of this period on European history. That's all for today's History with Herodotus. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, remember that, to understand the present, we must first understand the past.